I tell my people all the time, you come to me with a problem, you better have 3 solutions, because otherwise I'm doing your job.
Right.
I don't want to do your job. I've already done that job.
Right. I heard you for a reason.
Yeah. I'm glad I guide you to help you, support you, give you the tools you need, but you're not going to be an effective CEO if all you do is sit behind a desk and do everybody else's job. You got to delegate, you got to coordinate and provide support. I think about, in my company, I think of, like, we have a logistics side, we have an administrative side, which is the contracts and proposals side. We have an accounting side. We have all these different things that supports the superintendent in the field. Now, what does that sound like to you?
Right. It sounds like the NCO to me.
Everything is about supporting the grunt in the field and giving them everything they need to do their job correctly. And if they have the tools they need, we're an unstoppable force. That breaks down. When any one of those sections breaks down, that's when you lose. So, I have a great, executive vice president. She is a CPA, smart as a whip, sees the problem, because a lot of problems in business, you think it's that traditional project problem on the job site. They don't initially show up right away. If you got a long-term project that's a year long, 2 years long, it shows up in accounting. So, we project out how much a job is going to bill each month. And then when we don't hit those marks, and if there's a substantial thing, we question, we have a meeting, we go, what's going on here? What happened that we didn't hit our target and our goal? And then we attack the problem. We figure it out. Maybe a subcontractor's not coming to work, or maybe there's a delay in equipment getting from a job site. We have to know that information so that we can manage the situation, so we can tell the client, hey, we've got a hiccup. We've got something going on here. Now, there's no construction job that I've ever seen that's been perfect. Not in my career.
Right.
But
so time and budget is the usual, but we deal with the constraints that we've got that are in front of us. So here's the thing, folks. We're talking with Sean Jensen. He's the founder of Polu Kai Services. He's the author of Sergeant to CEO. And we're going to start wrapping some things up here, people. So if you're not already familiar, be sure to join the 5P Inner Circle, where you have this full long-form interview entirely interrupted. Go to 5paragraph.com, join the 5P Inner Circle. You can get this full interview. I got to ask you a curveball question. All right. And you kind of highlighted it already in the book, but what has been the most humbling moment for you since being a business leader, since leaving the military and doing all of this? Is it Miami? Is it, yeah.
There's so many. I'm still pretty attached to running my last PFT at Quantico at Smedley D. Butler Stadium, and then being asked to rebuild it. So, General Smedley Butler Stadium in Quantico is the football stadium. I ran my last PFT out there as a sergeant, and I came back as a CEO and rebuilt the stadium that was hand-built by Marines in the 1900s, and sitting next to the base commander, a colonel, and cutting that ribbon to open it up. And that was a prophetic honor for me. But there are moments where I think about where I was in Hurricane Katrina, working with FEMA and the Army Corps, and coming up to a house that was completely destroyed and seeing a woman sweeping the porch off and asking for a blue roof. And just remember holding her, and she was crying, and I said, this is beyond our control.
Right.
And being able to just sit there and talk to her for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and just listen to their story.